Have you ever felt like the odds were stacked against you, that the world didn't expect much from you? Yet, deep inside, you knew you were meant for something greater? This is the story of Barack Obama, a story not just about becoming the first African American president of the United States, but about resilience, hope, and the unshakable belief that dreams can become destiny. Early life and challenges. Barack Hussein Obama, too, was born on August 4th, 1961 in Honolulu, Hawaii. His father, Barack Obama Sr., was from Kenya, and his mother, Ann Dunham, was from Kansas. At first glance, this sounds ordinary, but here's the truth. Obama's childhood was anything but easy. His father left when Obama was just 2 years old. His mother worked tirelessly, raising him while pursuing her education. He was raised by his grandparents for a big part of his youth. This mix of cultures, races, and challenges shaped Obama into someone who never fully fit in anywhere. And yet he learned early that not fitting in could also mean standing out. The struggles of identity as a young boy. Obama struggled with identity. Who was he? An African American, a Hawaiian, a global citizen. He admitted feeling lonely, confused, even angry at times. But instead of letting this break him, he turned inward, searching for meaning in books, studies, and self-reflection. Open book, he read works of Martin Luther King Jr., Gandhi, and Malcolm X. Open book, he absorbed stories of justice, equality, and leadership. Education. The turning point. Education became Obama's ladder to a better future. He studied at Occidental College in Los Angeles, then transferred to Columbia University in New York, graduating with a degree in political science. Later, he attended the prestigious Harvard Law School, where he became the first black president of the Harvard Law Review. But here's the inspiring part. He wasn't born into wealth. He wasn't the chosen one. He worked tirelessly. Every class he attended, every book he read, every challenge he faced was a step toward a dream only he could see. From dreams to action. After graduating, Obama didn't run after money or fame. Instead, he became a community organizer in Chicago, working with poor neighborhoods struggling with unemployment, crime, and hopelessness. He could have gone straight into a high-paying job at a law firm, but he chose service over comfort, and that choice shaped everything that followed. The rising star by the mid-1990s, Obama entered politics. He served in the Illinois State Senate, where he worked on healthcare ethics and education reform. But his big breakthrough came in 2004, when he gave a powerful speech at the Democratic National Convention. His words electrified the nation. There is not a black America and a white America and Latino America and Asian America. There's the United States of America. Those words turned him from a local politician into a national star. In 2008, Barack Obama did the unthinkable. He ran for president of the United States. At first, people laughed. They said America wasn't ready for a black president. He was too young. He didn't have enough experience. But Obama didn't listen to the noise. He built a campaign not on fear, but on hope. His slogan, "Yes, we can," echoed across America. Millions of young people, minorities, and first-time voters rallied behind him. And in November 2008, history was made. Barack Obama became the 44th president of the United States, the first African Americans to ever hold the highest office. But this was just the beginning. Winning the presidency was one thing. Leading a nation through crisis was another. What did Obama face in the White House? How did he handle pressure, opposition, and global challenges? Stay with me, because in the next part, we uncover the trials and triumphs of his presidency. Winning the White House was history, but keeping it meant facing storms no one could predict. This is the test of Barack Obama, the leader, the fighter, the president. The global financial crisis when Obama took office in January 2009. America faced its worst economic crisis since the Great Depression. Millions of jobs lost, banks collapsing, families losing homes. Obama launched the American Recovery Act, a stimulus package that saved industries, rebuilt infrastructure, and created millions of jobs. Light bulb lesson. True leadership is not about speeches. It's about action when the world is burning. Healthcare reform. Obamacare. For decades, millions of Americans had no health insurance. Presidents before him tried and failed. Obama pushed for the Affordable Care Act, Obamacare. He faced resistance, criticism, even hatred. But he never backed down. In 2010, the law passed, giving millions of Americans access to health care. Light bulb lesson. Change always meets resistance, but persistence beats opposition. Global challenges. Obama ordered the operation that led to the killing of Osama bin Laden in 2011. He promoted diplomacy, rebuilding America's global image after years of war. He won the Nobel Peace Prize 2009 for his vision of cooperation. Personal style of leadership. Obama wasn't just a politician. He was a motivator, calm under pressure, a master orator who inspired hope, a leader who believed in unity over division. Every dreamer faces doubters. Every leader faces haters. For Obama, the presidency wasn't just about politics. It was about surviving storms of criticism, racism, and relentless opposition. The critics in racism. As the first black president, Obama faced open racism. People questioned his birth, his faith, his loyalty. Movements like the birther conspiracy spread lies. Yet, Obama remained calm, refusing to respond with anger. Political opposition. The opposition party blocked his policies. Government shutdowns, gridlock, constant fights. Obama learned patience, compromise, and strategy. The power of communication. Obama mastered social media, speeches, and direct connection with youth. His message, "Yes, we can," wasn't just a slogan. It was a movement. He inspired millions to vote, volunteer, and dream bigger. Family is strength. Michelle Obama stood as his rock, graceful, intelligent, and powerful. His daughters, Malia and Sasha, kept him grounded. Amid chaos, family gave him balance. Presidents leave office, but true leaders leave legacies. What did Obama's journey teach the world? What footprints did he leave behind? Achievements revived the U.S. economy. Passed historic healthcare reform, strengthened environmental protection, Paris Climate Accord, promoted equality, supporting marriage rights and justice reforms. The symbol of possibility. Obama's presidency meant more than policies. It meant hope. To a kid in Chicago, it meant, if he can do it, so can I. To immigrants, minorities, and dreamers, it meant impossible is possible. Inspiring the next generation, Obama wrote books like A Dreams from My Father and The Audacity of Hope. After office, he launched the Obama Foundation, focusing on leadership, education, and community change. What can you learn from Barack Obama's journey? This is where his story becomes your story. Lesson 1, believe in yourself when no one else does. Obama's father left. People doubted him, yet he believed, and that belief carried him. Lesson 2, education is the key from Hawaii to Harvard. Education transformed his destiny. Lesson 3, service over comfort. He chose community service over wealth, and that service made him a leader. Lesson 4, resilience. As power, criticism, racism, and politics tried to break him, but resilience kept him rising. Lesson 5, inspire others. The greatest victory is not winning for yourself, it's lifting others with you. Barack Obama's life is proof that no dream is too big, no obstacle too heavy, and no voice too small. His journey is not just history, it's a message to you. Yes, you can. If a boy from Hawaii with no father, no wealth, and no certainty can rise to the highest office in the world, then what excuse do you have? Your time is now. Your dream is waiting. Believe it, work for it, and never forget. Yes, you can. Imagine a young boy, born far away in Hawaii, raised by a single mother, struggling to find his place in a divided world. He had no wealth, no powerful family name, no clear path. But what he had was a dream and the courage to pursue it. That boy's name was Barack Hussein Obama, and his story is proof that yes, you can. Early life, the seeds of hope. Barack Obama was born in 1961 in Honolulu, Hawaii. His father was from Kenya, his mother from Kansas, a world apart. Two cultures, two races, two different dreams. Yet their union created a child who carried the blood of two worlds. But his father left early. Barack was raised mostly by his mother and grandparents. Growing up, he felt the sting of difference. He wasn't fully black. He wasn't fully white. He often asked himself, where do I belong? Instead of letting confusion break him, Obama turned it into curiosity. He began to search for identity, meaning, and purpose. He devoured books, studied history, and looked at the world not as it was, but as it could be. No matter where you come from, your beginning doesn't define your ending. Education building the foundation Obama went from Hawaii to Los Angeles, then to New York, and finally to Harvard Law School. At Harvard, he became the first African American president of the Harvard Law Review. A historic achievement that shocked even his classmates. But here's the key. Obama didn't rise because he was the loudest or the richest. He rose because he listened, he learned, and he led with vision. Education is the most powerful weapon you can use to change your future. Community service choosing purpose over comfort after graduation. Obama could have chosen a high-paying job at a corporate law firm. Instead, he became a community organizer in Chicago, working in poor neighborhoods, helping struggling families, fighting for housing rights, education, and opportunity. People laughed at him. Oh, why would a Harvard graduate waste time here? They asked. But Obama knew true leadership begins with service. Success isn't about money, it's about meaning. Political rise hope begins from state senator to U.S. senator. Obama's rise was rapid. But it wasn't luck. It was preparation meeting opportunity. In 2004, at the Democratic National Convention, Obama gave a speech that electrified the nation. There is not a liberal America and a conservative America. There is the United States of America. Thus, like thanks, that one speech turned him from an unknown senator into a rising star. His words weren't just politics. They were poetry of possibility. One moment, one speech, one chance can change your destiny. The historic campaign of 2008. In 2007, Obama did the unthinkable. He ran for president of the United States. People said he was too young, too inexperienced, and America wasn't ready for a black president. But Obama didn't listen to the doubters. He built a movement. Millions of young people joined his campaign. Volunteers knocked on doors, sent text messages, donated $5, $10, whatever they could. His message was simple but powerful. Yes, we can. And in November 2008, the impossible happened. Barack Obama was elected as the 44th President of the United States. The first African American to hold the highest office in the land. Doubters will always exist. But your dream doesn't need their permission. It only needs your persistence. Studio closing part one. This is not just Obama's story. This is your story. Because every one of us has a dream. And every one of us will face doubt, fear, and obstacles. But if Obama could rise from a fatherless child in Hawaii to the leader of the free world, then so can you. This is only the beginning. In part two, we uncover how Obama faced the greatest challenges of his presidency and what his resilience can teach us about winning our own battles. My friends, let me share something with you that is not often spoken on grand stages. Success is never a straight line. It is never a smooth road. It is a battlefield of silent wars. Wars inside your own heart. You see, when the world applauds you, it feels easy. But when the world doubts you, when your family questions your dreams, when the people closest to you whisper that you are not enough, that is where your true strength is tested. I remember walking into rooms where no one believed I belonged, they belonged. The color of my skin, the sound of my name, the background I came from, all of it seemed to stand against me. But hear me carefully. It is in those very moments that your belief in yourself must roar louder than the voices of doubt around you. Greatness is forged in fire. And fire never feels comfortable. It burns, it stretches, it demands that you shed the old version of yourself so that the new one can rise. Pause with me here. Think about your own battles. The nights you cried silently, the mornings you woke up questioning whether you had the strength to continue. Those were not wasted nights. Those were not wasted tears. They were the bricks, the foundation for the person you are becoming. Now let me tell you something else. Every single person you admire, every leader, every athlete, every innovator, they walked through storms you could never imagine. But here's the difference. They didn't run from the storm. They walked into it, because storms do not come to destroy you. Storms come to teach you how to rise above the flood. And my friends, if you want to fly like an eagle, you must learn to soar in the winds of resistance. There were times when I stood on stages, but deep inside, I still carried the boy who doubted if his voice mattered. And yet, each time I spoke, each time I shared my truth, the fear became a little smaller, and the dream became a little larger. Now, here's the lesson. When life pushes you down, don't ask, why me? Ask, what is this teaching me? Because pain is a professor, and struggle is the classroom where champions are educated. Remember this. Diamonds are created under pressure, and you too are being shaped into something rare, something unbreakable. And so when your journey feels heavy, when you feel like giving up, pause and remind yourself, this weight is not breaking me. It is building me. My friends, the dream you carry in your heart, the vision that keeps you awake at night, is bigger than the rejection you face, bigger than the failure you fear, and bigger than the excuses your mind whispers. I need you to rise, not because the world believes in you, but because you believe in. And when that belief burns inside you like fire, no storm, no wall, no voice of doubt can ever stop you. So stand tall, even when your knees shake. Speak even when your voice trembles. Keep walking, even when your path is dark. Because every step you take in faith becomes the light for someone else in the dark. And that is how legacies are. My friends, let me remind you of something very simple, yet profoundly powerful. Dreams without discipline are just wishes. You can imagine a brighter future. You can talk about success. You can pray for opportunities. But unless you are willing to sacrifice, to stay consistent, to wake up earlier, to stay up later, to practice when no one is watching, then those dreams will never take form. When I was young, I looked around and saw people with talent far greater than mine. But I also saw that many of them lacked one thing: the discipline to keep going when motivation ran out. And that became my advantage. Because let me tell you, motivation is a spark, but discipline is the fire that keeps you warm in the coldest nights. Every leader, every champion you admire, they are not always motivated. They are not always excited. But what they are is discipline. Think about it. The athlete who trains in the rain, the student who studies while others sleep, the entrepreneur who keeps building after another failure. They all understand the universal truth. Discipline beats talent when talent refuses to work. And here's the beauty. Discipline is not about perfection. It is about persistence. It is about showing up day after day, brick after brick, until the wall of your dreams stands tall. Let me pause here. Ask yourself, what is the one thing you know you must do, but you keep delaying? Delaying? What is the habit that could change your life if only you were consistent with it? My friends, the difference between where you are now and where you dream to be is the bridge of discipline. Now, let me tell you this. Vision without action is frustration, but action without vision is confusion. You need both. You need a clear vision that pulls you forward, and you need the discipline to walk toward it every single day. There were days in my life when I did not see immediate results. I worked, I studied, I prepared, and yet the progress felt invisible. But here is what I discovered. Progress is like planting seeds. You water them daily. You protect them. And even though you don't see growth right away under the soil, transformation is happening. One day, the breakthrough comes. And the world calls it overnight success. But you know, it was never overnight. It was years of unseen discipline. So I challenge you, stop waiting for the perfect moment. Start building your discipline today. Turn your vision into action. And trust the process, even when you cannot see the results yet. Because discipline is like a compass. It keeps you on course, even when storms push you off track. And here's the truth. If you can discipline your mind, your body will follow. If you can discipline your thoughts, your actions will align. Your actions will align. Your destiny will unfold. So don't just dream, don't just wish, commit yourself to the work. Sacrifice the comfort, embrace the grind, and trust that every drop of sweat, every late night, every lonely hour of practice is writing a story the world will one day celebrate. My friends, discipline is not punishment. Discipline is freedom. The freedom to become who you were always meant to be. And once you discover that truth, no excuse, no obstacle, no delay will ever stop you again. Because you will know your vision is possible, and your discipline is the key that unlocks it.